Good morning, everyone. I hope this finds you well and living your best life in Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know about you, but to me, the day after Christmas was always a bit of a letdown, even when I was little. I mean, after all the anticipation leading up to Christmas and then the day itself, to me, it's just not uncommon to feel a bit of disappointment in the aftermath. Like I said, psychologists tell me that's pretty common. I mean, after all the shopping and the wrapping and the baking and finally the excitement of the holiday itself, what's really left but to clean up? It's like Landry said after we had to cancel his birthday party for the second time. He kind of sat on my lap and looked discouraged and he said, "Is that all, Pop? What now?" What now indeed? Well, the answer to that is this. What we have left after Christmas is something we didn't have before, and that's hope. Hope brought to earth in the form of Jesus Christ. Hope for our current circumstances and for all of eternity. Just hope for tomorrow. Simple, truthful, blessed hope. See, Christmas is the dawn of hope for mankind, and with that hope comes assurance. The assurance that death, no matter how horrible it is really not the end, and that our current troubles are just temporary. That we have a God who loves us and is willing to help us, that He wants to spend eternity with us, that there is light in the darkness, that we can have full, rich lives through Christ. Yeah, after Christmas, there's hope. Hope brought by our Redeemer, Jesus, that is offered to us all, free of charge. See, after Christmas, we have something that the world longs for and yet cannot ever seem to find. Those without Christ flail about, searching for love and joy and peace in earthly things like wealth and power, only to be frustrated. They live hopeless lives filled with frustration and the fear of death, rejecting Christ's simple gift of love and hope. When I think about that, I just think it's so sad, so very sad. And it's easy for us to say that, but we were once like them, weren't we? In Ephesians 2:12, Paul reminds us that, "Remember at that time you were separate from Christ, excluded from citizenship in Israel and foreigners to the covenants of the promise, without hope and without God in the world." But you see, we who have accepted Christ, we know that we're not like those hopeless folks drowning in despair. We have hope beyond anything that they can dream of. In 2 Thessalonians 2:16, Paul also writes, "May our Lord Jesus Christ Himself and God our Father, who loved us and by His grace gave us eternal encouragement and good hope." So today, no matter what your Christmas brought to your home, whether you were with family or not, whether you had the traditional Christmas or not, I tell you now, be of good cheer, because if there's one thing that Christmas reminds us, it's to remind us of the only real hope we have in our lives. The hope of a life through Jesus, through Christ. You know, when Landry looks at me and he says, "Is that all, Pop?" I can't help but think, isn't that enough? I think so. Don't you? I hope you make today a terrific day. I want you to know that I'm here if you need me. And I love you all.